I'm Morgan Turner. I'm a commercial and editorial photographer in Cranbrook, BC. I'm putting this short video together because I've just made it to the first anniversary of being completely self-employed. And having started shooting photos over 17 years ago, this day's been a long time coming. Thanks to being a member in my local Chamber of Commerce, I've been given the opportunity to share this little milestone with you, showcase some of my work, and give some insight on what my first year in business here has been like. I moved to Cranbrook with my wife in 2017, and being a journeyman carpenter as well, for the first 2 years that I was here, I was doing renovation and construction work for other companies as an employee. But at the same time, I was starting to evaluate the possibility of being able to get my photography career off the ground here. Cranbrook is such an awesome city. It's evolved so much just in the short period of time that we've been here. We've got a fantastic independent business community. Our events are getting bigger and better every year. And our tourism and recreation industry is just absolutely crazy here. So shooting photos that help people grow their businesses and better advertise what this area has to offer seemed like a pretty solid idea. So in early 2019, I started putting the feelers out there to see if I could start lining up a bit of photography work and kind of get the ball rolling. By April 1st, I had shot 2 custom homes for Bronze Construction, which happened to be the company that I was working for at the time. I was negotiating a contract with the Chamber of Commerce to shoot new business portraits for them, and had landed the biggest product photography job that I think I'd ever taken on, like photographing 330 something products. And then around that same time, a good friend of mine that's an independent carpenter in town posed the opportunity to work as an independent contractor with him on a few jobs, which would give me way more control over my schedule and make it a lot easier for me to be able to source and secure some more photography contracts. April 29th, 2019, I had my first day as an independent contractor working on the new conference room renovations over at ground floor co-working space. By mid-late May, I was negotiating another contract with Cranbrook Tourism for a pretty sizable job, photographing around 150 businesses around town for their update on their local business directory, which was also a fantastic opportunity to get myself in front of a whole bunch of businesses in town and try to build some new connections. So just shy of a month into being self-employed, it was looking like I had about 3 to 5 months worth of work lined up, which also afforded me that same period of time to be able to secure some additional work to keep things moving forward. And I did. I picked up a handful of other carpentry contracts, as well as shooting a bunch of catalog photos for Prevail Empire's new athletic apparel line. And I started doing food and lifestyle work for Fire Hall Kitchen and Tap, including the photo that they used for their new billboard, which was a pretty significant achievement for me. I was pretty frickin' stoked on that. Getting to see one of my photos printed on a billboard was pretty amazing. Around the end of the summer, I realized I was going to have to make some upgrades to some pretty key pieces of equipment. I was looking at having to get a new computer, upgrade my primary camera body, and pick up some additional lighting equipment. If I was able to pick up the camera body and lighting equipment secondhand, I was still looking at a ballpark of about $10,000 to invest into my company to take care of all of that, on top of the 30 or 40 grand I'd spent in the previous 10 years just to get the equipment that I was already working with. So I made some personal sacrifices, sold off a couple of things I figured I could live without, and went after it. My first year definitely had its ups and downs, which I think any entrepreneur or business owner can identify with. You got to take your good months with the bad. You know, some months you're screaming busy, and some months you're wondering what's going to happen, but you keep on moving forward. And by the end of 2019, I had a pretty solid client list. I'd done work for Fire Hall Kitchen and Tap, the City of Cranbrook, the Chamber of Commerce, the Cranbrook History Center, Bohemian Spirits, Prevail Empire, Reflex Supplements, Sunshine Houseboats, Bronze Construction, and a handful of others. And I also had enough work booked by the end of 2019 that going into 2020, I wasn't having to take on any carpentry work anymore. I was going to be 100% full-time in photography. When the COVID situation flared up, it resulted in the cancellation or postponement of a lot of the work that I had lined up. But it is what it is. It's affecting absolutely everybody right now. There's no avoiding it. I'm still accepting photography contracts. A lot of the work that I do can be done while maintaining appropriate distancing protocol, whether it be product photography, shooting business portraits outside or in a large enough area, or a variety of other things. There's always some kind of a creative solution to figure out. But with so many businesses and events being affected right now, it really has just created a whole new landscape to try to navigate. So I've been taking advantage of the extra time. I've started an 8-week business coaching program, as well as having launched a personal portrait project to encourage support for the people, businesses, and organizations that are keeping our community going during this crazy time. I'd like to say thanks again to the Cranbrook Chamber of Commerce for offering to celebrate this anniversary with me, and a huge thanks to the local business community that I've gotten to work with so far. I definitely couldn't have done it without you. Thank you.